Parents, here's a question you need to be asking that can help you help your child. What does no mean to my child? Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he's old, he will not depart from it." That's a truism. Like many other proverbs, it's what's generally true. But notice the first word, train. Not control, train. Obviously, parents will often need to control their children, but controlling them is not what lasts through their life. That's what training them does. Only controlling your kids means settling for just saying, "That's not happening under my roof." But the reality is kids will just find another roof, or they'll even do it under ours when we're not looking. But training goes deeper. Training shapes who they'll be for life. So how do we train our kids? We raised 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls, and I'll tell you that a large part of your job as a parent is accomplished when the children are very small by teaching them to respect the word no. It's one of the first words they learn. It's not complicated, but it's essential. Think about Adam and Eve. They looked like adults, but they were brand new to the world. What did God tell them? You can eat from any tree you want, but of this one you may not eat. Right in the middle of the garden was a no-no. And when they disobeyed, there were consequences. Now let's talk babies. 1-year-olds don't understand the word respect. 2-year-olds don't understand the word maturity. But you know what they can understand? The word no. They don't have to know electricity to be told not to stick a fork in the outlet. They don't have to know physics to be told not to run into the street. They just need to learn no means no. And once your 1-year-old or 2-year-old learns to respect that word, you've laid a foundation for everything else. Oh, sure, there will be a lot more to teach and a lot more challenges to face. But when your toddler reaches for something at grandma's house and mom says, "No, no," and the child steps back from it and does something else, you're doing it right. So let's test it. What does your child think no means? Do they think it means tantrum time? Do they think it means the defense may now cross-examine? Do they think it means just wait till mom isn't looking? Or do they think it means what it really should, that no means no? If it's not that last one, you still have training to do. But if it is, you have already laid a foundation for their childhood, their teenage years, and their future. Because in addition to learning that no means no, here are 4 things your toddler is already learning. Number 1, respect for authority. Number 2, we won't always get our way. Number 3, behavior is more important than desire. And number 4, self-control. That's huge. That's powerful. That's parenting. And when your child becomes a teenager, out with friends, and someone introduces alcohol or drugs or sexual temptation, do you see how important those 4 lessons are? The child that hasn't learned to respect authority, hasn't learned they shouldn't always get to do what they want, hasn't learned that behavior is more important than desire, hasn't learned self-control, that child is going to make very different choices than the child who learned all those things long ago when mom and dad trained them to respect the word no. Teaching this to your kids isn't being selfish, it's being a godly parent. So be empowered. Help your child, because you're not just training them to be your child, you're preparing them to honor a far greater parent than you or me. Now, don't misunderstand. Teaching kids to respect no doesn't mean everything should be no. There should be a lot of yes. Yes, let's play ball. Yes, let's make ice cream. Yes, I'd love to see what you drew. Enjoy your kids. Celebrate your kids. But when it's time for no, let your no mean no. For their well-being, for their souls. So parents, don't settle for typical. Don't buy into the idea that rebellion is just what 2-year-olds do or what teenagers do. If you settle for typical kids, you'll get typical adults. But as Christians, we're aiming for a much higher standard than that. We don't want our kids just to be typical. We want them to be faithful. So train them up in the way they should go, and they will love you for it.